It's been a very positive weekend for us. With the sprint format, it is always a bit more hectic, but I think we did everything well as a team, and today the car was really, really good. I think we're really looking well after our tires, and then of course you can just settle into a rhythm. And I think also, the virtual safety car made it a bit different for strategies for quite a few cars, but we just stuck to our own one. And I think that worked out well, to be honest, at the end.
It was very important to have a good race today, and we did a good race today. The first stint, we had to really take care of those tires. For some reason, I was a bit struggling with the rears, so trying to take a bit of margin on that first set. And then in the second and last stint, I could push a bit more, and the pace came together quite nice. We are still far from the Red Bull, so on that we still need to work quite hard. But overall, it's been a good day, a positive feeling.
Pleased with that result. It was a good race. We had good pace, so very pleased with that. And now look forward for Silverstone. It's been a very tricky weekend for me. I mean, track limits really made things too difficult.
Obviously frustrated with the final outcome after having such a strong pace on the mediums, feeling also like I was playing the team game and not getting rewarded with a good result, which obviously leaves you always with a sour feeling. I've been very strong today, very quick, very fast, good overtaking, good defending, but in the end P4 is not what I want.
Very good day for us, honestly. I didn't expect it to be quite as good. I was a little bit nervous going into the race about what to expect and how we're going to do and how the pace of the car was going to be. Especially from a degradation side of it. I think first 5 laps very stint and so on. I felt confident we could be quick, but it was just could we maintain that and could we stay there for the whole race, and surprisingly it was better than I was expecting. So a good surprise. Definitely helped us achieve the result today. The upgrade has definitely helped us take a big step forward.
Nothing wrong with the car, to be honest, but as you said, we were not fast enough, so balance felt good, everything felt good, but we're struggling the whole weekend. So it was the same last year. Aston was not super fast in Austria. Haas was very fast, and they were fast also this year, so there is a kind of similarities on the performance of some teams. So we need to understand why like this next year we don't come here and we're slow again.
I didn't really have any fun battles out there. I was slow, so I was just going backwards. I think it really highlights cars' true performance, and it's some reason we've always struggled here.
It was really challenging, to be honest. The pace was not as we expected, long way off the Ferraris. Lando did a great job. That was a bit of a surprise to us as well, and a lot to review and understand. I think we know where the car is lacking on a circuit like this, but they're definitely not to the standards we set ourselves.
We want more, and we want to be fighting closer to that top 5, and at the moment we're just missing these 2-3 tenths to Fernando and the Mercedes that finished just ahead of us. So we gotta keep pushing, keep developing the package we got. McLaren was extremely fast this weekend, which is not really a good sign for us, but at the same time it should motivate us and shows us that it's possible to make big gains. So it's all in our hands, and I know we got upgrades planned on the next few races, so looking forward to see what it brings.
I think we got to look into it, but wasn't our most competitive day, so definitely got to do some homework before next week.
Mike Crack was saying yesterday that maybe the team have taken a more conservative approach to a sprint weekend format. Is that kind of how you felt, and maybe it might be worth trying to try a few different things at the next sprint weekend?
I think you know more than me. I didn't hear that from Mike. So next week definitely we have a few bits coming to the cars. So hopefully we'll be a bit more competitive.
We had a great start and couldn't really use the start to find a position, to gain any positions, and then the first stint I was quite fun. I had the Red Bull around me, I had George behind me, felt like I was in a good place, and then struggled a little bit on that first prime tire. We came out after the VSC within a lot of the guys who started on primes, and to be fair, Kevin's good at defending, and he kept me behind longer than I should have been. So I destroyed my tyres a bit fighting him. Struggled a bit through that whole stint, and when I saw Strolkers ahead, and it's the Jaws music coming from behind, and
yeah, he got me.
Bit of a frustrating race, I would say. First of all, lacking pace compared to usual weekends. I think we struggle a lot more with the car on dry conditions this weekend compared to Montreal or other races like Barcelona, where we are easily in the points. And after that, yes, we got some contact with Yuki in the beginning. I don't think there was damage on the car, but we need to check that exactly. And the unsafe release penalty, which is completely our fault as a team. We got it wrong there. We got 5 seconds, so all in all, it made the race quite difficult.
To be honest, it's what I felt we've had all weekend. I felt like our pace has been much stronger. I just didn't put it together at all in either of the qualifyings, which is frustrating. But I think it shows what we can do. I think it shows that we're finally moving back in the right direction.
Unfortunately, not competitive enough as we wanted, fighting for top 10. I don't think much will change in the race. We got a little bit unlucky with the first safety car because we pitted like 2 laps before and the others was able to jump ahead. But nevertheless, it's not making much of overall race change. So there's plenty of work to be done.
I think we were still a little bit short, but it was a well-executed race from the team and from my end, I think. So we kind of extracted the maximum out of our package, but it just seems like we're in this area around P15 and we're just missing a little bit to fight further up and closer to top 10 at the moment. So I think it was a valuable test for us to make some changes and learn from those, and hopefully in the next couple of weekends we can put things a bit better together.
I think everything became quite tricky. I had some damage on the front wing on the first corner of the race, and that I just lost so much ground on the first stint, and that compromised the day quite a lot. But ultimately, we have been lacking pace overall this weekend.
Difficult. Picked up some wing damage in the middle with I think it was Magnussen and a couple others kind of having their own incident in front, and I didn't really have anywhere to go at the apex, so a shame there. But even without that, I think our pace wasn't very good. So obviously the positives, very good finish for Lando and the team. So I'm looking forward to getting those parts next week.
I took the risk, so it's not that anyone's fault. It's just my fault probably. And so I challenged it, and I knew it's gonna be a tough race. So just try to make the position as much as possible in the start, and it didn't work. So and the pace was after that nowhere. So maybe there I got a bit of damage to the floor, but we see what's happened there. But I didn't have pace. That's all.
I had very poor pace. I went into the gravel at high speed. When the Prix pushed me off in turn 6. I don't know if there was some damage to the floor there. It was very high speed and into the gravel, so we have to check that. But there was no chance today.
Second time in as many races you've had a skirmish with Nick. Is it something you want to have a chat about with him?
No.
Frustrated that it was a skirmish with him again, though?
It's frustrating no matter who it is when you get pushed off. He's pushing pretty hard the last couple of races, so it is what it is.
We're surrounded by quicker cars, that are pushing on from behind, and they're kind of forcing us to go a pace we're not necessarily able to keep up. And then it's just a vicious circle. But obviously we don't know the full picture. Shortly after my first stop, the issue occurred and lost power and couldn't continue.
How annoying is it to just lose that track time, really? Because you just need to learn about this car, really, don't you?
Yeah, it's not great, not ideal. It makes it more difficult even going forwards because obviously we have less information now. Positive news, is yesterday two quite very good qualies again this weekend, and obviously a very good sprint. So at least we have that.